And that happened to be the teenage pregnancy capital of that country. Maximum number of teenage pregnancies at that time. And that is also largely because it is a very cold place. In winter there was hardly anything to do. So I think deprivation of activity was probably one of the reasons. Sadly. In that small village, I lived with a family who had 5 teenagers. And their teenagers did not get into any trouble whatsoever at all. Nor were they involved in any scandal, nor were they drinking. They seemed to be like very normal Indian kids, if I may say so. So I remember going and asking their parents after 20 years, when I met them, I'm still in touch with the family. I said, how did you manage to keep your children sanitized from this insanity that was happening in this small town? Because it seemed like normal. Parents were okay with their daughters or sons becoming parents when they're 14 or 15 years old. That's how bad it was. So they said only one thing. They said it was completely our responsibility to make sure that the child did not have any free time till he was 12 years old. No free time. It went from school to activity to activity to activity to activity. Not forcing the child, but whatever the child liked to do. You want to go to coding classes, you want to go to classes where they're teaching about video games, you want to go to classes about how they want to learn the musical instrument, just increasing the profile of the child from when he's 4 years old himself. So this is going to be the responsibility of every parent. You have to understand that the first 10 years are extremely formative for your child. I'm sure you had compulsions because both the parents have to work, or you have to leave the child in the crash, or whatever. But despite that, whatever time you want to get and spend with the child and keeping its activity level high, you know that the child has the ability to apply himself to the job at hand. So going from activity to activity becomes a part of their lives when they start early. They're not going to complain. If you start at the age of 10, they're like, oh, what is that? I need free time, I need to sleep, whatever. But when they start early, you condition that from 4 years, you just have to sacrifice 6 years of your life for the sake of your child. That is little sacrifice for the rest of their lives. The child stays healthy mentally and physically. Take them to cricket classes, basketball classes, no matter whether they become professionals or not, but their interests will keep changing. Take them to art classes, take them what classes, just make sure they're engaged one way or the other till it comes. Maybe they have 1 hour of free time, but when it comes to dinner, you have your dinner, they're exhausted to go to sleep. This, I think, has to be a basic routine for every child between the age group of 6 to 11. After that, this becomes normal for them and they don't complain. But yeah, if boredom sets in, then they're going to fight with you for screen time.